Hello everyone, welcome you all in Exampecharcha episode number 19, and we have Mr. Mehavpreet Singh with us. He scored a beautiful score of 7.5 band overall. Let's talk to Mehav. Mehav, अपने बारे में कुछ बताएं हमें.
Basically, my name is Mehavpreet Singh. I recently just started from Springdale Senior School.
And which country are you preferring to go to?
I'm planning to go to Australia.
So let's talk about your examination now. So your exam was on 6th of July academic module, and this is Exampecharcha episode number 19. If you haven't followed us on social media, I recommend you to follow our channel, webberzeducomplimited. That is where you're watching this particular video on. We have this world-class blog, webbers.in/blog, which you must see, and an Instagram handle at webbers.in, where you get all the latest news in global examinations. This is the scorecard of Mehavpreet Singh. He scored listening 8.5, reading 7, writing 6.5, and speaking 7, with an overall very impressive score of 7.5 bands. So, Mehav, let's talk about your speaking. So tell me everything in detail about your speaking.
I was very much confident when I went to do the speaking.
Okay, Mehav, your speaking is very nice. What advice would you give to our audience to enhance their speaking?
I would just say to the audience that you should not consider copying some other person. You should speak in your own accent rather than trying to push yourself in copying some other accent, because it will eventually just ruin the kind of speaking that a person already has. So just go for the skills which you already have and work on them rather than learning something new and becoming a little bit unimprovised manner.
That's so true. So writing you took exactly 60 minutes to complete. And this was task 1 and this is task 2. So explain us something about it.
I always started, even when I was training for the IELTS, I always started from the task 2, because I feel that task 2 is a thing which carries most of the weightage in writing. And I really wrote the task 2 in the most beautiful and expressive manner that I could, as I already knew a lot of things about how do students have to kind of learn about the way how to manage their money, because I am an individual who really is able to manage the kind of money that I get from my parents as well, and I work even some of the times the part-time jobs, which I would say. So I really knew a lot about this thing already, and I was not really much more concentrated while writing because I had a lot of thoughts in my mind, and the only problem which I had while writing was to just kind of elaborate the topics which I already had in my mind. I just kind of wanted to write everything in it, which wasn't the best plan that I think that I had in the
So
task.
the overall writing was a moderate level.
Yes, sir. Overall, it was moderate.
The audience have got this wonderful thing. So we have solved this essay for you, task 2. So you can pause the video and read it. This is the introduction part. This is BP1, that is body para 1. And this is body para 2. And this is the conclusion. The essay has also been given in the description below, the solved essay. So you can check it there as well. So let's proceed on now to listening. In listening, he scored a very impressive overall 8.5 bands, which is next to perfect with just one mistake. And he says the listening was very easy. So I want from Mehav, please let us know about the listening.
I believe listening is the most easiest part in IELTS because it really just requires a little bit of concentration and attention at the particular time. I just kind of arranged myself in such a manner that nothing else really mattered to me, nor the kind of decorum that the room had. There were a lot of people who really concentrated on others while doing the exam, but I was very much concentrated because I already knew that I hadn't done the writing section in such a good manner. So I just concentrated on the listening, because concentration is the key to success in listening about it.
Let's talk about reading now. Mehav, आपने 60 minutes लिए reading करने के लिए, तो part 1 के बारे में कुछ ज्ञान दीजिए हमें. What was in part 1?
Part one was about the history of chocolates, and it was very much easy according to me because everything was given in a kind of बड़ा सही में दिया हुआ था, मतलब कुछ डिफिकल्ट नहीं था अकॉर्डिंग टू मी, एंड जस्ट उसको एक बार पढ़ने की जरूरत थी मेरे को। मेरी एक आदत होती थी कि मैं पहले ना क्वेश्चंस पढ़ के फिर मतलब चीजों को ढूंढने की कोशिश करता था, तो कभी कभी वो काम आ जाती है चीज, एंड इसमें बहुत अच्छा काम आई। तो मेरे को लगता है हमेशा जब भी आपको मतलब एससी रीड करना है तो एटलीस्ट रीड द क्वेश्चंस वंस, डोंट ट्राई टू मतलब फोकस टोटली ऑन द क्वेश्चंस। लाइक एक बार बच्चे करते हैं कि एक बार पढ़ लेते हैं एंड दे जस्ट काइंड ऑफ गो लाइन टू लाइन searching for the answers, which is not right according to me.
Which doesn't make too much of sense, right? In part two, the topic was attraction of video games, and you found it easy. The question types
Yes.
were again true, false, not given in summary.
Yes, sir.
And part three, future of languages, and you found it tough. Why did you find it tough?
I didn't have a lot of time left with myself. I only had about 10 minutes when I came to the third part. So that is the reason why it was tough for me. It wasn't a tough passage. I just kind of didn't arrange my time in a good manner, I
Right. So
guess.
overall reading, you would say it was moderate.
Yes, because of the time management issue.
Mehav, अगर time management की हम बात कर ही रहे हैं, तो there
हाँ
must be
जी.
some trick that you must be using for time management.
I didn't really go for any tricks because I believe that I am able to comprehend the passages and I am able to understand the meaning of it. I just kind of practiced myself in the past, due to which I was able to read and just kept myself calm in the whole paper, and I was really much cool about it because I didn't have any pressure on myself.
So then how come 10 minutes were left only for the last passage?
I really went for rechecking while doing the first and the second passage
Okay, so you
because
started
I
revising the whole thing. You started revising the whole thing.
तो लगा था एंड में टाइम ही नहीं बचेगा इन चीजों के लिए, जो एब्सोल्युटली सही था, पर मैं एंड में भी कर सकता था आई गेस, तो थर्ड पैसेज भी बहुत अच्छा चला जाता।
Right, right. But anyway, you got a very good score. That's what really matters in the end. And so overall, अगर हम exam की बात करें, so you would say it was a moderate level exam.
Yes.
Okay. Manav, that was a very insightful tips, exam, everything about you. And it was lovely talking to you. Thank you so much and wishing you all the best for your future endeavors.
Thank you.
Thank you
Have a
so
good
much.
day.